Parents, teachers, board members, and friends, thank you all for coming tonight as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2018. It is a great honor to have the opportunity to speak before you today, albeit super weird. I don't know how you all reacted just now at hearing that it'd be us two speaking, but upon hearing it ourselves, we felt this overwhelming sense of terror. And like, oh great, an extra assignment? Nevertheless, we hope to reflect on our time at Morrison, reminisce, and impart truth. And class of 2018, brace yourselves for some wise advice coming from people in the exact same boat as you.
What caught your eye as you walked onto the Morrison campus tonight? As you approached campus, the first thing you saw were probably the Morrison Towers, a place where students, teachers, and staff call home. Walking onto campus, you saw the multitude of flags in the parking lot, the beautiful glass atrium, and the brick plaza along with the iconic planters. Each of these places, along with the tiles lining the hallways and the pottery along the railings, all have countless stories to tell. By piecing them together, they make up Morrison, literally. As the class of 2018, we have walked on the plaza, ran on the old dirt track, swam in the old pool, and jumped off the high dive. Even though some of these places don't exist anymore, their stories still remain. They are what make Morrison such a special place. And as we, the class of 2018, wrap up our chapter here at Morrison, we want to take a minute to reflect back on our experience, tell a couple stories, and share about what has made Morrison such a special place in our lives.
In my brief 2 years at Morrison, I have had the privilege of being part of the unique, tight-knit community here. From my first impressions as a new student, I felt that I had been thrown headfirst into a massive network of deeply rooted traditions, quirky idiosyncrasies, and an overall sense of connection. Although slightly intimidating at first, especially as a dorm student with no escape from it all, I have since grown to embrace just what it is about Morrison Academy that makes it so special and so different from anything I've experienced elsewhere.
Have you ever just stopped and thought about what makes Morrison so different? We have such a diverse community, but what gives it this unique sense of community? Here are a few things that only happen at Morrison.
Only at Morrison do we order tea or breakfast every day. And the conversation usually goes a little something like this. Do you want to order breakfast?
What's for lunch?
Let me check. Oh, it's pineapple pork.
Yeah, let's order it.
In order to expedite this process, we have created spreadsheets and Google Forms to organize orders. The spreadsheet even automatically calculates the total of each item and the amount each person has to pay.
Only at Morrison does everybody have a computer of their own.
Only at Morrison do people communicate in 3 languages at the same time.
Or in a million group chats on Facebook.
Only at Morrison can you convince a teacher on a really slow day to take the class to 7-Eleven.
Only at Morrison does the cafeteria have different lines for Western and Asian options.
Only at Morrison are most of your teachers either alumni or related to each other.
Only at Morrison are all the varsity teams made up of the exact same people, regardless of the sport.
Only at Morrison do you not get freaked out when you see a pile of people on the plaza after school.
Only at Morrison do you have a plaza.
Only at Morrison is it completely normal to see bags of Doritos hanging from various rooftops.
Some of these things are funny, others are just straight up weird. But at the root of all this, what makes Morrison Morrison is the people. Think about it. In just one classroom, we can have people from 4 corners of the world that speak 10 different languages. It is no accident that each one of them ended up here at Morrison. We have had such a privilege serving this amazing community through events like Junior Carnival, Senior Flea Market, and concessions. Through these experiences, not only have we grown closer together as a class, but we have also grown as individuals. As we leave Morrison, here are a few things in particular that we will really miss.
Something that I will truly miss going forward after tonight is the international aspect of our lives here. I am extremely blessed to have had the opportunity to go on school trips to 3 different countries in my short time here. And I would consider that to be a lower number than some of my classmates. And I'm not even including the numerous ACSE events hosted here. That's not to say that we're in a contest to check more countries off the list. Rather, it shows the position we're in as a school capable of serving a region greater than this campus. While we do have dedicated missions and service trips to various countries in Southeast Asia, something I've noticed is that our servants' hearts are present in non-mission trips as well. For example, several band members and I were able to attend an international band festival in Hong Kong. While there, we had the opportunity to serve alongside those international students and clear garbage from the beaches. As students at Morrison, we've been exposed to a multitude of various backgrounds, cultures, and values. These aspects of international exposure and service are things some of us may be hard-pressed to find as we move forward. But I believe we can use these experiences as lessons to guide our actions and as standards to strive for.
I'm sure that most, if not all of us, have had a teacher or staff member invite us over to their house for a meal. Even at school, we walk into a teacher's office, talk to them, sleep, or hang out. And most of us are Facebook friends with our teachers. For those that live on campus, the closest convenience store is often your neighbor's house. You just walk in, take what you need to cook dinner, and leave. With 80% of the students and staff living within 5 minutes of each other and also the campus, this sense of community naturally forms. Even at school, we call unrelated adults, i.e. or susu. The unique blend of Taiwanese culture into the Morrison community creates an instant connection with everyone you meet. I've treasured this experience from my time at Morrison, and it is something I will definitely miss next year.
Now, excuse us as we use this opportunity to directly address our fellow classmates. Hey, y'all. From what we have said, in addition to personal experience, you no doubt know that community is important. It can be the most defining feature of any, capable of shaping it for better or for worse. As we transition, I hope that we can take what we have learned from the community at Morrison and apply it wherever we go. I hope that each and every one of you will take the initiative to find and be involved in a community. Since at Morrison, so many people live within 5 minutes of each other, and all events are held on campus, you're practically forced to become part of the community. But next year, you're going to have to be intentional about finding one. I pray that God is already preparing a group of people to come into your life and be that community. Some people struggle to find a community because they do not make the effort to contribute to one. But from your time here, you have seen and experienced countless examples of how to serve others. I encourage you to take that with you and get involved. By joining student clubs, sports, churches, or even just a really good group of friends, you can help build a support network like the one we are so lucky to have at this school.
As you walk out of the Morrison campus tonight, I hope that you have heard a story from a few bricks on the plaza and tiles on the wall. In the center of all the stories, there's one common thread that ties them together: the all-powerful God that created it all. He's the reason why Morrison exists, and also why people from all over the world have ended up in this special corner of Taichung, Taiwan. Even though we are leaving this place that God has brought us to, God is still God. He never changes. In Psalm 102 it says, "In the beginning you laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands. They will perish, but you will remain. They will all wear out like a garment. Like clothing you will change them, and they will be discarded. But you remain the same. Your years will never end." In the middle of all of the change in our lives, I hope that you will look to God as the one thing that always remains constant. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. You can always count on him to keep his promises.
On behalf of the class, we would like to thank everyone who makes up the community of Morrison Academy. We would not be standing here tonight without your love and support. Thank you.